The most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Oh, good morning, Moore County. A little cool out there this morning, so you commies will need your Chinese Mao hats and coats and whatever else. But, still get out and enjoy your day. The sun's up.
All right, don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live audio and video streams. Those are available to you from our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Both the links are right there on the home page for the audio by itself. You go to the upper right-hand corner of the page where it says On the Air Listen Live. Click that once and then hit the play button below. If you want our audio and video together, well, you can do that too. Get to the middle of the page where it says Watch Live Video and Replays of Mornings with the LeaderMan. Click that and find today's date in your business. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. Well, let me get it over here. Oh, come here. Sound like I'm calling my dog. Come on. All right. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area was definitely going to be on the cool side, but maybe not a total waste. Today, chance of showers mainly after 5 p.m., increasing cloudiness. Look for a high of 48. We can handle that, but that wind's going to be in there. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amount less than a tenth of an inch. Tonight, chance of showers before 7 p.m., mostly cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clearing. Look for a low of 26. Chance of rain is 30%. Sunny for Saturday with a high of 37 degrees. And we'll have gusts up to 33 miles per hour. Wind chill will be about 15 at that time. Mostly clear Saturday night, low of 18. Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 41. And back to work Monday. Mostly sunny with a high of 54. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are calm. Pressure's 2989, dew point 23, humidity 91%. It's sunny and 25 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Keep us some Victoria's Secrets, maybe a little Maybelline, but she don't need it, and the kitchen light radio slows down.
All right, it is 7:35, 35 past the hour on this TSI. I think, Steve, it's Friday. You know, when I was prepping for the show here, I was reading, the last thing I read was something awful. I mean, people commit suicides, and they come up with, some of them take the easy way, to bullet through the head or some of that nature. This guy at Olive Garden in Pennsylvania, he's, boy, did he ever want to go. One of their cooks decided to commit suicide by putting his head, face first, into a deep fat fryer. And that'll do it to you.
Yeah, not pleasant.
Yeah.
No.
Our today's special is human skin burnt to a crisp. Would you like some with that meal?
Yeah, I guess that was probably...
Couldn't help that.
That was the day for the Olive Garden crew, I imagine.
Yeah. All right.
A little early closure.
Well, I'll be careful about ordering anything that's fried at the Olive Garden for a while. On Monday afternoon, police in Pennsylvania responded to a domestic disturbance call involving siblings fighting over a sticky bun. Here is the dispatcher making the call to officers.
It's domestic in progress. No weapons, no intoxications. 800 Rural Ave, 800 Rural Ave. It is between siblings over who ate the last sticky bun. Now they're threatening to kill each other.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
It's unclear if there were any injuries or any
Yeah.
charges filed.
Yeah, well, How old were they, did they say?
No.
I'm just curious. Oh, man.
Well, you have the Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, still missing.
Well, let me
You
see.
got any theories on that one?
Oh, on Savannah Guthrie's mother. No, usually it's a family or friend in those kind of things. I don't know. I don't know Savannah Guthrie. I mean, I know who she is or what she is on. I don't ever watch the show. I don't know if there's a reason to try to derail her career or something. There's just, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Grabbing what was she, 80 something, 84, 85, and got some early dementia or something, and I don't know, it's just kind of strange.
Yeah.
Is there money involved? They haven't said anything about.
Well, they said there's been ransom demands, but they want proof of life before that happens.
Well,
I can't blame them for that.
That would be the only thing I could think of is she's sitting on a big pot full of money or something.
Supposedly Monday is the next trigger day where going to be serious consequences if they haven't done the money thing.
I mean, I've seen the. I just kind of watch the coverage because it's pretty much everywhere now. That's just kind of strange. I don't know. It's money's usually involved if she's got a big trust fund or a big pot full of money, or maybe she's got a bucket full of gold sitting somewhere and they're trying to get it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's hope for the best. In case you missed it, a lady from Pennsylvania came across some old pen pal letters from high school and realized the girl she exchanged letters with is now her OBGYN. Megan Lewis and Suzanne Pugh were pen pals back in the 90s. Here they are talking about the crazy coincidence.
I found 4 letters from a pen pal that I had from 2nd grade. I Googled the name because I was curious to see who it was. My mouth dropped open. I immediately sent Dr. Pugh a picture and I said, this is a letter that I found from when I was in elementary school. Could this be you? And she said, yes, it is me.
I did one of those wife gasps where he said, oh my gosh, what is happening?
If I could go back in time and tell myself in 2nd grade that my pen pal would deliver my kids, I don't think I would believe it.
Yeah, her OBGYN probably said, something here looks familiar.
Yeah, I don't know. Coincidences abound. Lots of things. Sometimes they go by you and you don't, lots of things you don't know until years later.
Yeah.
Like that. So, yeah.
A Los Angeles woman is in custody after leading police on a chase, getting out of her car, and then they say dancing for them before being taken into custody. Police say she was wanted for a possible DUI. Here is the crew from Fox 11 giving a play-by-play of the action. And I saw the video. She gets out of the car and puts her hand behind her head, and she just has a little happy feet. No big deal. And when the police got closer and they said, get on the ground, put your hands behind your back. Man, she dropped like a rock and put them back there. So, anyway, here's the play.
Now you just went into a parking lot. That's interesting. That doesn't seem very...
boxed in?
Yeah, you're going to be... door open. Driver has decided, I think I'm going to do a little dance and have my moment of freedom before
happy feet.
Police officers approach.
Commands to come back, and right now not cooperating. At one point, there you go. She knows the drill. Hands behind her back, went right to the ground. So obviously a frequent flyer they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what are you going to say? She's familiar with the process.
Yeah. Isn't her first rodeo.
No.
Well, let's see here. The Eunuch boys were all out last night. So let's check in with them to find out the best jokes they could possibly come up with.
The opening ceremonies for the Winter Olympics, the most accomplished amateur athletes from all the countries in the world who hate us are gathered in Italy right now. I'll tell you, nothing gets me going more than spandex-clad Lithuanians on a 9-hour tape delay.
the Winter Olympics opening ceremony. Yes! And speed skater Aaron Jackson and bobsledder Frank Del Duca will be the flag bearers for Team USA. Aaron says she's thrilled, while Frank said it'll be tough to perform without 3 other guys pressed against him. It's like, turn.
The LGBTQ dating app Grindr announced this week that it will increase privacy tools for athletes in the Olympic Village in Italy. Great news for the biathletes.
Well, as usual, they failed to have anything that had the slightest bit of funny in it. Yeah, that's what 50 staff writers will do for you. The opening ceremonies of the 26th Olympics are tonight, but we like to kick off the festivities with our own Winter Olympics ceremony theme song.
Here come the Winter Olympics, the red-headed stepchild to the Summer Games. No, I'm not kidding, they're coming. The opening ceremonies are actually today. Slipping, sliding, falling down a mountainside, gravity and ice meet for some winter fun. All the good stuff taped delayed for prime time. Why's that skier have a loaded gun?
I don't know. I remember when I used to watch the Olympics all the time when I was a kid because, you had your 3 networks and all that kind of thing instead of like it is today.
Yeah, one network buys all the rights for this country.
Yeah, I never would have thought the Winter Olympics were the red-headed stepchild. I mean, there was a lot of.
Well, the viewership's a lot higher for the Summer Olympics.
Was it true back then like that? I just remember watching the winter stuff more than the summer stuff. I mean,
you get these games going, and there's some games. Well, you never see that one, like cross skiing, stopping and taking a shot with a rifle.
Well, yeah, it's a lot less set piece than like you say, the downhill skiing, the ski jumping, and all those kind of things. And you watch the summer games, and how many times you want to watch somebody go around the track?
Yeah,
and I always thought the winter games were a lot more exciting overall than the summer games.
Well, at least it's on 9-hour delay, so they can edit and get the good parts there and cut out the boring.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you can. How many sprints, do you watch before it's like,
yeah,
I got it. Tell me who won. I don't need to see him run around the track 15 times or whatever.
Or they kill it with commercials.
Yeah. Well, the commercials
they're paying like $2 billion for the rights. Well, let's face it, Gen X, the recently leaked Super Bowl ads aren't what they used to be. And you might be wishing they were like that again. Well, now here's some help.
If you're still emotionally stuck somewhere between talking frogs and man-children yelling, "What's that?" Help is here.
Thanks for calling the Gen X Ad Trauma Hotline.
Do you think they'll ever bring back the Budweiser lizards?
Our Gen Z staff will nod silently while you rant about how Budweiser and Doritos commercials aren't funny anymore, then remind you,
you're 50 and laugh at farts.
Commercials didn't stop being funny. Gen X is just aging out of the Target demo.
No, sir, the last Real Men of Genius aired in 2008.
Oh, and the GoDaddy girl? She's almost 50 and never coming back. So stop asking.
Yeah, I guess. Seems to me they could do better, but,
well, I've only seen a few commercials, and the only one that comes close to having some real style is the Budweiser commercial. And you can see it online now. Go to YouTube and search for it. It's there.
Yeah, they, I don't know. I guess they're so afraid of offending someone that they don't want to, make a joke or try to be funny on anything.
Well, we'll do it this way. We now know what the headline news is, but we have to ask, what about the not headline news?
This is not headline news. Doctors say even moderate drinking is unhealthy. Sure. Have you ever seen those guys at a cocktail lounge after a seminar? Axl Rose turned 64 today, although that's 975 in Guns N' Roses album release years. Pizza Hut is closing hundreds of locations. Originally, only one location was going to close, but then ironically, they started falling like dominoes. And a North Carolina man broke into a Little Caesars to sell pizza and pocket the money. He's now going to prison. This is not headline news.
All right. In other not headline news, American Airlines will fly to Venezuela for the first time since 2019.
Oh, my.
Although if you're Venezuelan, ICE will fly you home for free and give you $1,000.
Yeah.
So which flight are you going to take?
Well, if Venezuela gets back on track and, has open elections and gets back to what they were back in the 80s before Chavez and crew, you'll have a lot that'll want to go back.
Yeah.
I went to some professional schools with Venezuelan military officers before. Those guys were doing quite well, because they had the oil and, it was a pretty good deal for all of them. And, then Chavez stole it all and Maduro continued, and it turned into
They nationalized a lot of businesses.
So I don't know if they can get back on track, if that's successful for them, you'll have a lot of people want to go home.
Yeah.
Because they had a very good standard of living.
Well, their inflation was out of control, like 1,000% a year. But they get that under control, maybe they have something. But here in this country with illegal Venezuelans and Ecuadorians and Peruvians and Mexicans and so forth and so on came into the country. What was it, 4 million or 40 million people came into the country illegally? Well, that put a terrible burden on housing, in that you can't gear up housing for expanded inventory overnight. You got a lot of things in the pipeline that have to increase with you, like lumber, cement, and other items like that. So the squeeze came on, house prices went way up. That's why a 2x4 went from 94 cents to $9.40. It's crazy how much they charge. And what used to sell, I used to build in the 2,700 square feet range. The houses I built were in the 150 to 300 range. And now they are like $1.2 million to $1.5 million. It's crazy. A former public restroom in the UK is becoming a Mexican restaurant, so no change there. In other not headline news, South Carolina is experiencing the largest measles outbreak in the U.S. since 2000. RFK Jr. calls it the feel-good story of the year. Scientists found 26 new bacterial species in NASA's cleaning rooms. Then they examined a Motel 6 and their heads exploded. Kristen Cabot, the former astronomer HR chief, who was caught on camera in the arms of her boss at a Coldplay concert, is speaking at a crisis PR conference in Washington. You just know the kiss cam at that event is going to be going crazy. Doctors say even moderate drinking is unhealthy. Keyword, moderate, not binge.
So binge drinking is what? Bad for you? Moderate drinking is bad for you?
Binge is...
so...
What mentions so must be okay.
Yeah, I know.
A bunch of honey had to be recalled because it contained the erectile functioning drug Cialis.
Well, how did that get in there?
I don't know, but on the bright side, it forced Winnie the Pooh to put on pants for a change.
All right. Well, I don't know. How do you have processing for that kind of thing and end up with that?
I don't know.
In the honey.
I'm sure there's a good story behind it. A drone helped arrest a serial defector a serial defecator in a Wisconsin park. And that's how police were able to catch public enemy number 2. Jeff Probst almost left Survivor in 2005. Thank God he didn't. It would have left a large pair of cargo shorts to fill. A lost cassette tape of Ozzy Osbourne from right after he was fired from Black Sabbath has been found, but it's garbled and unintelligible. The tape is in fantastic condition. Britney Spears says she fears her family. Well, join the club, honey, responded every married dad with a man cave. Skier Lindsey Vonn plans to compete in the Winter Olympics despite having a ruptured ACL. She figures no matter what happens, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, she's getting up there in age. I mean,
she's around 40, yeah.
Yeah, at some point, things don't recover.
No more tigers around when you need one?
And they're not as flexible as they used to be. And, yeah, skiing's fun. I'm not saying don't go skiing, but, some of that.
Do you ski?
No. I used to
Did you find it fun?
Well, when there was some snow, yeah.
Okay.
But not, I don't go finding any downhill stuff. I used to cross country ski.
Quick as I've had my knees dislocated enough times that I don't want to be on a ski. I've been up there, did not dislocate.
Well,
but I had a dog hit me from behind, dislocated my leg. That was fun. An Olympic curling event went dark due to a power outage. Either that or curling is so dull that even electricity lost interest. And half of Americans plan to watch the Super Bowl. Thanks to Chris Collingsworth, none plan to listen to the Super Bowl.
Oh, is he announcing?
I thought it must be. He's just boring.
Is that that's this weekend, I guess, right? Yeah.
Sunday.
I'll be honest, that's not on my list of things to do this weekend. So I scratched that one.
He reminds me a lot of Kamala Harris. And that a lot of times you say, well, there's Jim Black running his usual route there. He usually runs that through the season, does quite well. It just tells you something that means nothing.
I don't
just
listen,
chatter.
I don't listen to him. I don't think
he's got an irritating voice.
I didn't watch a whole lot of games this year, and I don't remember him being an announcer for any of the ones that I watched.
Yeah, he's on one of the networks, and who did they pair him? He was Monday Night Football.
Oh, is he on Monday nights?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, then I didn't watch any of them. Monday nights are a little past my bedtime.
And they were getting on. Draw the blank now, Steve. The quarterback that got 7 Super Bowls, Tom Brady.
Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on there with Brady?
Well, he didn't pick a team to win, and his former teammates, the Patriots, got all in his case because he wouldn't pick one because he can't, since he does commentary on these ball games. The networks won't let him. He's got to stay neutral.
Yeah, that whole thing. Okay. I'm sure he's pulling for the Patriots, so yeah. I know it's a Patriots Seattle. I know who's playing, all that, but I don't plan to watch it.
As they say, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'll just watch the fight. All right. Let's see. TikTok's latest trend is China maxing. Young Americans declare they're becoming Chinese. They're drinking hot water in the morning. They're doing Tai Chi in their kitchens. They're perfecting their chopstick skills and sporting Adidas tracksuits to achieve the elderly man in Beijing look. Here's one of the many posts about the phenomenon.
Tomorrow you are turning Chinese. And I know that sounds intimidating. You don't know how to act. There's nothing scary about being Chinese. The minute that you turn Chinese, you're coming with us to Hot Pot. We are eating the xiaolongbao. February 17th, Chinese New Year. We're gonna look good. We're gonna feel good. Manifest good things. Make some desserts. Tang hulu. Drink your hot water. Wear the house slippers. That is a part of the culture. But fun is also part of the culture.
Yeah, you can keep it. And oh, by the way, those Adidas suits are probably knockoffs. So, yeah, if you're going
made in China.
Yeah, if you're going to go spend $1 bazillion for an Adidas tracksuit here in the USA, yeah, just keep in mind that some poor little kid or slave labor actually made that thing for pennies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, go to China and pick one up and stay there.
Wonder how the athletes eat during the Milan Cortina Olympics. The Olympic Village officially opened, and several athletes began posting videos of how great the food is. Here's Matt Smith, a South African cross-country skier, on how good the Italian food is in Italy.
There's actually a lot of choice, but I'm going to start with the athlete's favorite, lasagna and pizza.
Let's try a lasagna with Parmigiano from the wheel of cheese on top. Okay, ready? Closing my eyes. That's a good lasagna. Who would have thought? Let's try the pizza now. That's a good margarita. It's actually pretty crispy, even though it's quite fluffy. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
And you heard that, I'm going to cover this next hour, but you've heard of all the iguanas falling off the trees and all that down in Florida.
Weather, yeah.
Because the temperatures are so cold, they go into freezer shock. They're still alive, but they can't function anymore.
One way to get rid of them.
Well, one guy scooped up a whole bunch of them, and now they're making pizzas out of them.
Yeah.
I'll give you that little sound drop next hour. Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have sunny skies, 25 degrees, humidity 91%, dew point 23. Winds are calm, and pressure is 2989. We got all your latest news, sports, and weather straight ahead. So you stick around for that, and we'll see you on the backside of all that. It's 8 o'clock.
A strong cold front will pass through the area later today and into early Saturday. That will bring a chance for some scattered rain this evening, maybe a couple of flurries overnight as well. Then we'll have more sunshine on Saturday, but it will be very windy. Partly cloudy skies to start the day with temperatures in the mid-20s. We have mostly sunny skies for the first part of the day, then more clouds by the afternoon with that chance for rain in the evening. Highs reach the upper 40s and low 50s. We drop to around 30 Saturday morning. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. They talked, but not for long. Talks between the U.S. and Iran taking place in Oman lasted only about 1 hour. Correspondent John Gambrell says Oman's foreign minister mediated those indirect talks.
These talks are coming after nationwide protests have shaken Iran's theocratic government. Iran responded with a crackdown that killed thousands and saw tens of thousands arrested by authorities there. Now, these talks, how and their scope remains unclear. The Iranians insist they'll only be over the nuclear program. The U.S. bombed Iran's nuclear program back in June during that 12-day war launched by Israel. The Americans say, though, that they also want to discuss Iran's ballistic missile program, as well as the support of militias in the wider Middle East.
The White House is touting a new study from the Council on Criminal Justice. It shows a drop in crime across America's biggest cities last year.
This dramatic decline is what happens when a president secures the border, fully mobilizes federal law enforcement to arrest violent criminals, and aggressively deports the worst of the worst illegal aliens from our country.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Trump RX up and running this morning, enabling Americans to buy prescription drugs directly, cheaper.
President Trump says the lower prices were made possible by his pressuring pharmaceutical companies.
The American people were effectively subsidizing the cost of drugs for the entire world, and it's not going to happen any longer. We ended it. Everybody knew it was unfair.
Trump RX launches with over 40 medications, including weight loss drugs such as Ozempic and Wegovy.
That's correspondent Ben Thomas. The search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is in its sixth day. The mother of the Today Show Savannah Guthrie was abducted from her Arizona home last weekend. On Wall Street, Dow futures 217 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
A deputy chief of Russian military intelligence has been shot and wounded in Moscow. The attack follows a series of assassinations of senior military officers that Russia blames on Ukraine. Authorities say Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev was shot several times at an apartment building in Moscow's northwest and was hospitalized, but they didn't say who could be behind the attack. Alexeyev is the first deputy head of Russia's military intelligence since 2011. The shooting came a day after Russian, Ukrainian and US negotiators wrapped up 2 days of talks in Abu Dhabi. They aimed at ending the nearly 4-year conflict in Ukraine. Since Moscow sent troops into Ukraine nearly 4 years ago, Russian authorities have blamed Kyiv for several assassinations of military officers and public figures in Russia. Ukraine has claimed responsibility for some of them, but it has not yet commented on the shooting of Alexeyev. I'm Lawrence Brooks.
News and analysis at townhall.com. President Trump seeks what he calls a modernized nuclear pact with Russia.
With the expiration of the START Treaty, which dates back to the Cold War a half-century ago, the president would like to replace it with a new, stronger pact. He said he's opposed to simply extending the treaty, which he claims was badly negotiated by the United States. In a social media post, the president said he wants nuclear experts to work on a new, improved nuclear treaty. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says it would be up to the president to decide whether to sue Kevin Warsh, Mr. Trump's nominee for Federal Reserve Chair, if he doesn't lower interest rates. Over the weekend, the president joked about suing Warsh. He later told reporters it was all in jest. Mr. Trump has repeatedly hammered current Fed Chair Jerome Powell for not lowering rates more quickly to give the economy a boost. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
We deserve a judge with the experience to get it right. Every case, every day. Beth Tanner, experienced, dedicated, fair. She knows how to apply the law to protect children in crisis while keeping our communities safe. We need a proven district court judge. That's Beth Tanner, experienced on the bench and fair in every case. For justice that protects your constitutional rights and keeps our neighborhoods safe, vote Beth Tanner March 3rd.
Paid for by Beth Tanner for judge.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
In Moore County, like most places, a good reputation means everything. At Cooper Ford, it's been earned one customer at a time. Locally owned, award-winning, and known for honest pricing and certified service. Owner Aaron Cooper, recently named 2026 Distinguished Citizen of the Year, leads with the same values he was raised on: service, integrity, and community. That's why generations of drivers keep coming back. Shop online today at cooperford.net. Cooper Ford, always working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Give your desk and your back an upgrade. Turn any
20-old workstation into a sit and stand workstation with an Alera raised desktop from Sandhills Office Supply with easy access levers for simple adjustments. This space-saving design is affordable too. Experience the benefits of an Alera lifting workstation with a demo at Sandhills Office Supply on US 1 in Southern Pines next to Smithfield's Barbecue.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering how to make your money work for you instead of worrying it won't? Mark Henry at Alloy Wealth Management focuses on you, your goals, and your values. From insurance planning and retirement income strategies to estate conversation and risk management, his team works with you to build a comprehensive strategy that fits your life. Learn more by listening to Living Large Radio with Mark Henry, Saturdays and Sundays at 2 here on Talk Radio 990 AM and 97.3 and 104.1 FM WEEB.
Looking for a dealership that truly puts you first? Visit Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Whether you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or your current car just needs a little TLC, we've got you covered with the Pinehurst Advantage Plan. You'll get 24/7 roadside assistance. That's 5 years of unlimited coverage, including towing, battery jump starts, and flat tire changes. Plus, with any major service, enjoy a complimentary loaner car so you're never left stranded. With our 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, if you're not completely satisfied within 72 hours of purchasing your new or pre-owned vehicle, just bring it back. It's no wonder for the third year in a row, we've been voted Best of the Pines in 2024 for Best Dealership Service Department. Ready to experience the Pinehurst difference? Visit us online at pinehursttoyota.com or pinehursthyundaionline.com. Call us at 910-692-2424. Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where quality meets customer care.
The Temple Theater proudly presents Side by Side by Sondheim, a dazzling musical celebration of one of Broadway's greatest legends, Stephen Sondheim. From the wit of Company, to the passion of West Side Story, to the magic of Into the Woods, this unforgettable review brings Sondheim's most iconic songs to life, all in one spectacular evening. Running January 22nd through February 8th, Side by Sondheim is packed with soaring vocals, clever lyrics, and the kind of musical storytelling that only Sondheim can deliver. Whether you're a longtime theater lover or new to Broadway, this show is pure joy, laughter, and heart, performed by an incredible cast right here at Temple Theater. Get your tickets today at templeshows.org or by calling the Temple Theater box office. That's Side by Sondheim, January 22nd through February 8th, only at Temple Theater.
When it comes to insurance, wouldn't it be great if you could just make one phone call to a local agency where you could talk to an actual living person? Turns out you can with the Insurance Center, locally owned and operated for more than 40 years with highly rated carriers like Auto Owners Insurance. Home, auto, life, health, business, and more. Speak directly with one of our agents who work, live, and play in your community. When it comes to Auto Owners Insurance, one call does it all. This is Patrick McBrayer with the Insurance Center. Call us today at 910-692-9251 or visit us online at sandhills-ins.com.
NCN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. More than 98 million Americans are under cold weather alerts today, with some of the coldest temperatures so far this winter expected in the eastern U.S. this weekend, including North Carolina. More from CBS News New York meteorologist Tony Sadiku.
Extreme cold warnings much of the Northeast all the way down into mid-Atlantic. That is for feels-like temperatures that can get anywhere from 10 to 30 degrees below zero.
Governor Josh Stein presented plans Thursday to strengthen the connection with behavioral health and the criminal justice system. He said often police are first to respond, even if there's a mental health issue.
We must expand the co-responder model here in North Carolina. That's when you join law enforcement in coordination with social workers and mental health professionals to respond to service calls.
The latest numbers of crime in North Carolina's public schools shows another drop. Speaking to the State Board of Education, Chief Accountability Officer Michael Maurer explained how rare violent crimes are in schools.
The majority of the acts are possession-related offenses, particularly controlled substances. So by contrast, violent crimes account for a very small share.
North Carolina Democratic Congressman Don Davis has joined the call for resignation of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem. Davis delivered a speech about Noem's resignation on the House floor.
While we must stand with our law enforcement community and enforce our immigration laws, it's crucial that federal agencies operate within the framework of public trust.
People diagnosed with cancer in the midst of the COVID pandemic had a lower survival rate than other cancer patients. Correspondent Michael George.
A study published in JAMA found during 2020 and 2021, there was a significant reduction in cancer survival rates in the first year after being diagnosed. Interruptions to cancer screening, diagnosis, and treatment are the biggest factors.
You're listening to NCN News.
This season, make the choice to protect what matters most, you and your family. Choose to get vaccinated for the best protection from respiratory illness. Talking with your provider about vaccines, hand washing, and staying home when sick keep your family protected from the flu, RSV, and COVID. Defend yourself. Get vaccinated to protect you and your family from respiratory illnesses this season. Visit myspot.nc.gov to find yours today.
Brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services.
Did you know Medicare fraud is costing us $68 billion a year? The NC Department of Insurance Senior Medical Patrol Program's goal is to reduce Medicare fraud, waste, and abuse. If you suspect any billing or Medicare fraud issues, we're here to help. Contact SMP today at ncshiip.com or call toll-free at 855-408-1212.
Project supported by grants from the Administration for Community Living. Contents do not necessarily represent official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL, HHS, or the U.S. government.
The Trump administration has launched Trump RX, a website it says will help patients buy prescription drugs directly at a discounted rate. The Senate Republican campaign chair has a stark warning for his party as a GOP defends its 53-47 majority in the chamber in this year's midterm elections. National Republican Senatorial Committee Chair Tim Scott pointed to a ballot box deficit the GOP's facing in a new Fox News national poll. Western Carolina University professor Chris Cooper tells NCN News.
It does seem like Trump is kind of aware of what is about to happen to him. He doesn't like it, and he is trying to at least draw questions about the election administration system as opposed to these bigger electoral dynamics.
A new report says the average American worker has $955 saved for retirement. CBS's Michael Wallace has that.
The nonprofit National Institute on Retirement Security says 56 million American workers do not have employee-sponsored retirement plans. For those who do, the median balance is $40,000. Workers ages 55 to 64 have only accumulated 19% of their targeted retirement savings. The report also warns of possible cuts to Social Security benefits next decade if Congress doesn't act. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A new study suggests babies are born with a natural sense of rhythm. Michael George has more for CBS.
Researchers in Italy played Bach piano songs for sleeping newborns while measuring their brain waves. The baby's brain waves showed signs of surprise when the rhythm of the songs unexpectedly changed. Previous research has shown even in the womb, babies can respond to music.
The Winter Olympics began today in northern Italy. There'll be two opening ceremonies in two different cities because they're so far apart. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Friday morning. We start your day with partly cloudy skies and temperatures cold in the mid-20s. Mostly sunny for the first part of the day. Then more cloud cover by the afternoon with highs reaching the upper 40s and low 50s. A chance for rain by this evening. Then it will be colder and windier overnight with mostly clear skies. Temperatures dropping to around 30 degrees. Still quite windy on Saturday with sunny skies. Highs reach the mid-30s to around 40. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sand Hills area, we have sunny skies, 27 degrees. Humidity 91%, dew point 25, winds calm, and pressure 2988. It is 8:15 straight up. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news. For this Friday morning, the Sand Hills Metropolitan Planning Organization, also known as the Planning Organization, met Wednesday and reviewed state and regional traffic data. North Carolina added about 1 million residents over the past decade, while the Planning Organization area added roughly 10,000 people during that same period. North Carolina sees more than 300,000 reported crashes each year, while the Planning Organization area averages about 2,000 crashes annually Fatalities remain a major concern. The state records roughly 1,700 to 1,800 traffic deaths per year, while the planning organization area typically sees between 5 and 15. Serious injury clashes averaging about 5,000 per year statewide, with 25 to 30 occurring annually within the planning organization's boundary. Unbelted occupants account for approximately 20% of fatalities and serious injuries. Alcohol impairment is involved in about 15% of severe crashes. Speeding contribute roughly 15% of fatalities. And Carolina Cinema Sandhills 10 has joined a national program called Flashback Cinema, consisting of weekly showings of classic movies. Digitally restored prints of timeless Hollywood favorites are shown each week on Sundays and Wednesdays, with some films shown on additional days. The move comes in response to patrons requesting to see classic movies on the big screen. Upcoming Flashback Cinema presentations include Academy Award winners Casablanca, Jurassic Park, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Spider-Man 2, and La La Land. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sandhill Sentinel. And, of course, you can always go to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 8:18. Sports is next.
NCN Sports, I'm Tony Rigsby. Conconipple had 24 points and LaMelo Ball 20. Charlotte Hornets rolled to their 8th straight win, 109-99 over the Houston Rockets. That's their longest winning streak since 1988-99. Coach Charles Lee.
We did a ton of really good things for 3 quarters, really 3.5 quarters. The end of that 4th quarter could be a lot better, but proud of the group for how they adjusted.
Brandon Bussey made 16 saves for his second shutout. Andrei Svechnikov gave the Hurricanes an early lead in the first period. They shut out the New York Rangers 2-0. Coach Rod Brindamore.
I liked all of it. I liked start to finish. I just thought we were pretty focused, especially with all the distractions and kind of, this big break. Everybody's, excited for it, I think, the guys. So I thought we stuck with the game plan and didn't get flustered. And, I thought we were pretty, for the most part, in control of the game.
NFL unveiling the 5 players who will enter the Hall of Fame. Here's Michael Toscano.
Going in as first ballot Hall of Famers are quarterback Drew Brees, who led the New Orleans Saints to their only Super Bowl win, and wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, who really missed a catch in his 17-year career with the Arizona Cardinals. Joining them are kicker Adam Vinatieri, who clinched 2 Super Bowl titles with walk-off field goals, and Carolina Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly, who made first-team All-Pro 5 times over 8 seasons. Rounding out the class of 2026 is running back Roger Craig, who was the first player to have 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in one season. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
Matthew Stafford edged Drake May for the AP's NFL Most Valuable Player Award. NC State women with an 83-55 win over Florida State. Coach Wes Moore.
I was proud of the way our team came out after a tough loss the other night. Thought we came out with a lot of energy, and defensively we were flying around, and we were pretty disciplined, though. We did what we needed to do to defend.
You're listening to NCN Sports.
You know the only feeling sweeter than opening a college acceptance letter? Knowing that you'll be able to pay for tuition however far you go. The first step? Completing the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA for short. Find out how much money for college you qualify for. Grants, scholarships, and other opportunities are waiting. How far can you go? Find out at cfnc.org/FAFSA 101.
PBS North Carolina premieres an all-new season of the music series Shaped by Sound, featuring 13 North Carolina artists, including Grammy winner Anthony Hamilton, Rock Band Wednesday singer-songwriter Ben Folds, and NC Music Hall of Famer Jim Lauderdale, among others. Watch as they perform in the studio and share the stories behind their songs. Thursdays at 10:30 p.m. on PBS NC, or stream anytime on the free PBS app. Learn more about PBS North Carolina at pbsnc.org.
The number 17 Duke women started hot, then rallied to beat 6th-ranked Louisville 59-58. North Carolina picking up a victory in women's basketball as well last night. Their sixth straight, 53-44 over Clemson. Two superstars stay put as the NBA trade deadline comes.
Giannis Antetokounmpo remained with the Milwaukee Bucks, while plenty of other players changed addresses as the NBA trade deadline passed. The two-time MVP had been the center of attention heading into the trade deadline on Thursday. Amid reports, the Bucks started listening to offers. Memphis's Ja Morant also hadn't been traded as of the 3 p.m. Eastern deadline. Indiana acquired Ivica Zubac from the LA Clippers. Minnesota got Ayo Dosunmu from Chicago, and New York landed Jose Alvarado from New Orleans.
That was Gethin Coolbaugh. Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
Sometimes you just want to say,
radio is a great middle ground.
It's the best job ever.
97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB. We've got you by the ears.
Moore County used to stand for peace, community, and tradition, but Senator Tom McInnes sold us out. Short-term rental takeovers, big apartment complexes, and traffic schemes that threaten our historic roads. Tom McInnes used to be an auctioneer. Now he's auctioning off Moore County to the highest bidders, the big developers. Our quality of life is on the market. We're not against growth, but growth must be smart, local, and planned. Moore County is not for sale. Senator McInnes works for developers. Elect Ray Daley to the North Carolina State Senate. He'll work for you.
Paid for by Ray Daley for North Carolina Senate.
J.B. Short Carpet One is your locally owned Benjamin Moore paint retailer. Come in today and discover the quality and durability of Benjamin Moore paint in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. At J.B. Short, you'll get one-on-one expert advice for contractors and homeowners alike. No matter how big or small the job is, trust Benjamin Moore paint and your local Benjamin Moore retailer. J.B. Short Carpet One. J.B. Short Carpet One, Highway 1 North between Southern Pines and Vass, or on the web at shortcarpet1.com.
7 days a week, we're on the job. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals. Fast, friendly, quality service. You know we can do it all. Don't just call a plumber. Call a professional. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals.
Is your land lost under a jungle of brush and overgrowth? Call the pros at Tar Heel Brush Mulching. With over 20 years of experience in land management, we turn wild, unusable land into clean, manageable space fast, affordable, and done right the first time. Whether it's for farming, hunting, or just reclaiming land, our high-powered mulchers and brush cutters chew through the roughest terrain. Trust the team that knows land management and has the gear to master it. For a free estimate, call veteran-owned Tar Heel Brush Mulching at 910-638-8318.
Dealing with the aftermath of a car wreck can leave you feeling stressed. At Ken's Body Works in West End, you'll get collision repair services you can rely on. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, Ken's Body Works specializes in collision repair, body work, custom paint, dent removal, and much more. No job is too big or too small. Ken's certified technicians will have your vehicle back to its factory look and specifications. Call 910-235-0486 for a free estimate today. That's 910-235-0486.
Since 1973, the Arts Council of Moore County has inspired the community through the arts. For a limited time, join now and get 50% off the individual annual membership price of $45. Your membership supports local exhibits, concerts, classes, and arts programs for all ages. Plus, you'll enjoy free gallery receptions, early ticket access, and exclusive discounts like 10% off at the Country Bookstore and 15% off framing at Eye Candy Gallery. Support the Arts Council. Together, we keep the arts at the heart of Moore County. Join today by calling 910-692-2787 or email ray@mooreart.org.
Up to 40% off appliances and 12 months no interest going on now. Hi, this is Catherine Phelps, owner of Appliances and More, where creating relationships is our business. We now have financing options available with no interest for 12 months and deep discounts on all home appliances. Remember, low price guarantee, and we price match any in-stock local competitor. So please Shop your locally veteran-owned Appliances and More, featuring Cara Aloha in the Town and Country Shopping Center, Aberdeen. See store for details.
Nothing makes a home look more outdated than popcorn ceilings. And if your home still has them, chances are the interior of your home could use a fresh coat of paint as well. Call People's Painting and Janitorial Service and get that ugly popcorn ceiling removed and repainted. Then have your walls, trim, and cabinets painted too. All interior paint jobs between January and March will receive a 10% discount. So call Tammy at 910-255-0202 to schedule a free estimate before they get booked up. That's People's Painting and Janitorial Service.
When it comes to insurance, wouldn't it be great if you could just make one phone call to a local agency where you could talk to an actual living person? Turns out you can with the Insurance Center, locally owned and operated for more than 40 years with highly rated carriers like Auto Owners Insurance. Home, auto, life, health, business, and more. Speak directly with one of our agents who work, live, and play in your community. When it comes to Auto Owners Insurance, one call does it all. This is Patrick McBrayer with the Insurance Center. Call us today at 910-692-9251 or visit us online at sandhills-ins.com.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
According to a Fidelity survey, 62% of Americans say they don't know how much they need to save for retirement. Are you one of them? Here with me is Coach Pete, the founder and president of Capital Financial. What practical advice do you have for those who are thinking about starting retirement savings later in life?
Yeah, well, there's no bad time to start saving for retirement, but the sooner the better. We've heard that phrase over and over again in our life. The sooner you start something, the better it will be for you. Procrastination is the tool that goes against us. Let's turn the tables on procrastination. Let's get a plan put together that makes sense for us and our family. I've done this 32 years. I can do one for you as soon as next week. So let's get started today.
Great point. As you approach retirement, having a portion of your money protected from market fluctuations can provide the peace of mind needed to truly enjoy your golden years. Contact Coach Pete and the team at Capital Financial at 919-415-1716. That's 919-415-1716, or text keyword coach to 600-700.
Investment advisory services offered by Capital Financial Advisory Group, a North Carolina registered investment advisor.
According to Ernst & Young, 58% of high net worth individuals believe they need a more diversified portfolio to withstand market volatility. Is your wealth truly diversified? Joining me now is Coach Pete, president and founder of Capital Financial. Coach, what are the key steps to ensure wealth is preserved for future generations?
The preserve and protect, Thomas.
Yes.
It's great to build wealth. It's horrible to lose it. So we need to make sure that the money we built up for retirement is going to be there all the way through our retirement. We have plans and programs we designed which gives you lifetime income you can never outlive. We all want safety, security, and that peace of mind knowing that every single year a check is going to arrive to our mailbox, regardless of what happens in the stock market.
That's right.
It puts you in financial cruise control, by the way. If you'd like your own strategy done today, call and we'll do one for you tomorrow.
Contact Coach Pete and the team at Capital Financial at 919-415-1716. That's 919-415-1716, or text keyword coach to 600-700.
Investment advisory services offered by Capital Financial Advisory Group, a North Carolina registered investment advisor.
A strong cold front will pass through the area later today and into early Saturday. That will bring a chance for some scattered rain this evening, maybe a couple of flurries overnight as well. Then we'll have more sunshine on Saturday, but it will be very windy. Partly cloudy skies to start the day with temperatures in the mid-20s. We have mostly sunny skies for the first part of the day, then more clouds by the afternoon with that chance for rain in the evening. Highs reach the upper 40s and low 50s. We drop to around 30 Saturday morning. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Today is February 6th.
Today is National Chopsticks Day.
Chopsticks?
Gold chopsticks.
Lots of chopsticks. Not good with chopsticks. Chopsticks.
Chopsticks or forks?
These are chopsticks.
How am I supposed to eat with chopsticks?
Eating with chopsticks isn't really a special skill.
Happy National Chopsticks Day.
Showtime.
I'll keep working my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. Yeah, I'm working my way back to you, babe, and the happiness that I let it get away.
Been paying every day.
Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel this morning, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel. Wait a minute. There you go.
Yeah, good morning, Moore County. Still a little cool out there, but you'll survive. You got to get out there before the rain comes. So, yeah, I guess maybe you hit one of those greens today. That ball will do about a 90-foot hop and into the trap or something. But,
I don't think the greens are that hard.
get out there and have some. Well, I don't know.
Be a 90-foot into the green.
I've played some that, like playing on a pool table.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but get out there and have some fun.
All right, don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live audio and video streams. Those are available from our homepage at our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or weeb990.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has the audio-only link where it says on the air, listen live. Click that once. You're listening pretty much that quick. Just hit the play button and follow the instructions. If you want our audio and video together, well, you can tap into our video stream right in the middle of the page where it says watch live video and replays of Mornings with the LeaderMan. Click on that, and you're pretty much tapped into us. You can watch and listen at the same time. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Let's see here. Alrighty. Chance of showers mostly after 5 p.m. today, increasing clouds with a high of 48. Then tonight, chance of showers before 7 p.m., mostly cloudy during the evening. Then gradual clearing with a low around 26. So we got about a 2-hour period, you might see some rain. Saturday, sunshine returns, 37 degrees, best we'll do. It's too cold. Saturday night, 18 degrees. Sunday, a few more clouds, 41 for a high. Monday, mostly sunny and 54. I'll take that. And Tuesday's going to be your best day. No, it's not. It's going to be the next to best day. Mostly sunny with a high of 62. Wednesday, we got a 30% chance of rain. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and high of 67. And then 59 on Thursday. Right now, around the Sand Hills, winds are calm. Pressure is 29.88. Dew points at 25. Humidity at 89%. We have sunny skies. 28 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
My road is kind of long.
All right, the Spinners. Working my way back to you. It is 8:34 past the hour on this Friday morning. Glad you made us a part of yours. Let's see here. Let's get these done. Well, we didn't do our... I really want to do that. How long is it? Didn't say. 10 seconds. Oh. All right, we'll do it. It's National Bubblegum Day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick
I remember that one.
and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah.
What a bad actor. That was so bad it was good.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, well, yeah. That was Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Oh, really?
That line there, yeah.
And then he went back to wrestling.
I don't know if he was still wrestling at that time or not, but yeah, that was some kind of alien movie. I can't remember the name of it now. It'll come to me, but yeah, that was funny. Bubblegum, yeah. Bazooka. Do they still sell Bazooka bubblegum?
Hell yeah.
I guess they do.
With the cartoon.
Used to have the cartoon in it.
According to a new poll, 47% of Americans do not care who wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's about right.
Here's a brief edit of Kevin meanings song about it.
I don't care. I don't care. Everybody, I don't care. He does not care. I don't care.
Okay. A woman in Pensacola, Florida went missing last week, and cops brought in a pretty unique consultant, a trained otter that helps find missing people in water.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
His name is Splash. I'm surprised they could get him to do that, because otters aren't very social.
Oh, yes, they are.
Oh, you think?
Yes.
I mean, with themselves, but they come at your ass if you're a human messing with their dam.
Well, yeah, but they they can be pretty friendly sometimes. Yeah.
I had an otter in my pond behind my house. I was out there night fishing. I heard this kapoosh sounding like a cannonball hitting the water, and that was his tail hitting it, trying to scare me away.
That was probably a beaver. Beaver slapped the water.
Oh yeah. My bad. Never mind. See, you talk to a wildlife man, you get things straightened out. Anyway, this otter's name is Splash. The good news is they didn't end up needing his help. They found the woman without him, and she says, and she's okay. Here's Officer Mike Wood of the Pensacola Police Department and Splash's trainer, Michael Hadsell, talking about the otter.
Once he gets down there, he's able to make bubbles, and he goes up and he chomps on those bubbles, and he gets the scent more by taste than he does smell, and then he's able to show dive teams exactly where that odor is coming from, and something that dogs are simply not able to do.
I thought maybe training an otter would help us bring things more over to, we'll get better recovery rates is what we were trying to do, and Splash has proven to be very good.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If you see an otter, any wild animal out there, you want to be careful because they have very, very sharp teeth.
Yeah.
You don't want one of them chomping on you.
Those are the ones that they have two nuts. They set one on their belly and take the other nut and slam it against the first nut.
Yeah, they'll take a rock
Trying to crack
and
it
open
open.
up the shellfish and things like that. But yeah.
Always they use tools.
Yeah, generally you want to keep them at a distance, but they can be friendly too. I mean, any animal that gets, acclimatized to people will be friendly, but yeah, he just, you don't want to go out in the woods in the wild there and just stick your hand out and think they're going to be friendly because they're not.
Right. Tom Brady says he doesn't have a dog in the fight on Sunday, and some of his former New England teammates are calling him out for it. We told you this last hour how, since he does commentary for a network, he can't come out and pull for a team. Here are a couple, Vince Wilfork and Teddy
Bruschi. Yeah, Bruschi.
All right, Bruschi. Talking about it.
That's bull crap, Tom. This ain't political. It ain't political what it is. Raiders ain't in it. Say what it is. Right. What you see. Man, look at it. End of the day, if you're a Patriot for life, you know what it is. Don't give me that political bull crap. That's just what it is. If you don't think we're going to win, just pick Seattle then. Don't straddle the fence.
That's the way Tom feels. I got a big dog in the race. I'm telling you that right now. That's my boy right there. Okay. Vrabel, 8-year teammate. Like a brother of mine. I mean, all of us, really. I mean, it's like we've got a dog in the fight because there's no other way I'm going. I mean, I've loved the way this team has played. I've loved the way they've won.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you say, I mean, he's a network guy now, so he's got to kind of tread a thin line.
He's got to play neutral.
Yeah.
All right, our comedian spotlight today is Erica Rose on women having mustaches.
Then another day I woke up, I had a mustache. I called my sister, I was like, I have a mustache now. She's like, oh yeah, that happens. As you get older, I was like, it does? She's like, yeah, sometimes you grow a mustache suddenly. I was like, well, what do I do about it? She's like, just get it waxed. So I got it waxed, and I still had a mustache. I was like, I still have a mustache. And she's like, yeah, there's no hair there. I was like, well, then why did you wax it? She's like, you paid me to wax it. And I was like, well, what is it? And she's like, you have something called melasma, which is like a skin problem where you get different color pigmentation on your skin. And I was like, well, what do I do about it? She's like, just get a lotion that turns it pink. I was like, I'm sorry, how does that solve the problem? So either I have a pink mustache or a gray mustache? And she's like, yeah, you just pick a color mustache and you just have that mustache for the rest of your life. And I told my mom, I was like, I have a mustache now. And she's like, yeah, that happened to me in my 30s. But it went away when I had kids. I was like, isn't that a convenient guilt trip?
All right, Erica Rhodes. Okay, let's look at some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. We did this last hour, but it bears repeating. Some people are just, what's the word I'm looking for? Determined to commit suicide. And they will stop at nothing until they achieve their goal.
Oh, is this the Pennsylvania?
Case in point, an Olive Garden in Pennsylvania, one of their cooks decided he had it. He decided to commit suicide by putting his head face first into a deep fat fryer.
That'll do it.
Man, that'll ruin the reputation of the store. Nobody will eat there anymore because they'll say, well, we got to drain all that grease. We got to sanitize that fryer. And
drain the grease. You take that machine out and put it in the dump.
Yeah, that too. But you won't be able to get people's mind off of it when they eat there. Brace yourself for the next time you see Jonah Hill. He's dropped a total of 200 pounds since his peak and now has a shaved head.
Oh, okay. I don't know who he is.
Lamont McLemore. You know him?
No.
I bet you do. He's a singer and founding member of the Fifth Dimension.
Oh, all right. I know who the Fifth Dimension is.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick him out of the five.
Right.
You know, okay.
Anyway, he died at the age of 90.
90? Oh, well, that's a good, yeah, boy, that goes back a ways.
I was watching a thing online. You know that astrologer, he's a black guy with a pretty bushy mustache.
Don't know.
Not like yours, but people ask him questions. He's a physicist and an astrologer, and they ask him questions about a lot of things, an asteroid, moon gravity, whatever. And they asked him about death. And he said that when you die, your existence ceases to exist.
Okay.
He said all your consciousness goes with that. Leads me to believe, or ask the obvious question, is there a God? Does your spirit live on? He would say no because all your energy is gone.
Right.
It's dead. I would beg to differ with him because I've seen things that
he's entitled to his opinion.
Lets me know that there is a God. Pizza Hut says that it's closing 250 of its underperforming restaurants, which amount to about 3% of their total number of stores.
3%?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I wonder which ones are going to close.
Non-producing.
But, I mean, you know, let me see. We have one up in Carthage. I don't know. They seem to be busy a lot.
Yeah, you got one over there near the theaters, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because of skyrocketing prices of gold and silver, athletes on the podium at the Winter Olympics in Italy this month will be receiving the most expensive medals in the history of the Games. Gold medals are now worth around, what would you guess?
Oh, I don't know. How heavy are they? I don't know. Well, you have to have them stamped and all that kind of thing, so that adds to the price, and it's a limited run, so I have no clue what value they put on those.
$2,300. I would have thought a lot more.
$2,300. There's not much gold in it.
More than double their value at the Paris Olympics. Second place, silver medals are worth almost $1,400, and 3 times their value 2 years ago. The bronze medal came out with a value of $5.91.
Well, yeah, they probably go to the scrapyard and melt down some more spigots. And
yeah. Well, anyway, now you know.
Yeah, they used to. Well, yeah, they get the medals from various places, gold and silver. I mean, bronze. You can find that lots of places. Interesting fact: the Victoria Cross, which is the UK's highest award for valor, is made from bronze from one of the cannons that was on the HMS. What is it? The HMS Victory, one of the ships that was at the Battle of Trafalgar. They took one of those.
I missed that one in high school.
They made that's not a high school. So they make those medals from one of those cannons. So yeah.
Okay, pretty cool. Travis Kelce enjoyed a moment at the Waste Management Open in Phoenix on Wednesday when he teed off on the 16th hole and almost sank a hole in one. Missed it by 3 feet.
So what do you call that, a birdie?
Yeah. If he doesn't get the yips over 3 feet.
Or was it an eagle? I mean, big deal.
It's probably a par 3, 125 yards.
That's a 3.
The shorter par 3s are tougher for me than the longer. It's hard to come down enough to hit it well. Anyway, some folks north of the border are calling Canadian-born pop singer Tate McRae a traitor after she appeared in an NBC ad for the Milan Cortina Olympics, where she expressed support for Team USA. McRae was born in Calgary, Alberta in 2003 and attended high school in the country. Well, she lives here now, makes her money here now, and so forth, so on. Maybe she needs to support the USA. It's kind of like the Ryder Cup. All these clowns on the Ryder Cup on the western side, they make, like I said, they make the living here, live here, the whole bit, but they go play for Europe and cheer for them. Gee, well, maybe we need to kick you out of our country too while we're at things.
Well, it's all about the money. I mean, you go where the money is. You have Canadian football. You got, what was the big thing with the golf here?
The LIV.
The LIV golf and all that kind of thing. So
and a lot of them are defecting back.
Yeah, who's gonna pay you? And that's where you go.
I don't think you see Phil Mickelson coming back because they gave him a big chunk of money, which he needed bad to pay off some gambling debts.
Well, I heard that if you there was one golfer that wanted to come back and do the PGA thing again, or whatever, and they wanted to charge him.
They made him pay a hefty fine, like $10 million.
Yeah, big fine and a portion of his winnings and this and that and the other thing.
It's going, how much these guys make?
Yeah, where do you get off taking winnings from somebody from tournaments? But I guess he rolled over for it. So.
A man in Boston is being accused of stabbing a man after he shoveled out a parking spot for his car, and the victim allegedly stole it.
Okay.
If I got out the shovel spot so I could pull into a parking space, I think I'd say you better not pull in it.
Well, yeah, you can take care of that. I had a similar situation. This is a long time ago. I won't. Yeah, somebody did that after you do all that work. So, you shovel the snow back under his car. And, so his car sat there for about 2 weeks because he couldn't get that. Once that snow was under there and it got nice and hard, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now there's a study that says those noise machines some people sleep with may actually harm the quality of your sleep, especially pink noise.
Pink noise?
Yeah.
What's pink noise?
I don't know. I go to sleep with the noise, but with the TV on.
Yeah, I generally
get a nice boring show.
Yeah.
With no commercials, and I'm going off to sleep.
I do something. So yeah, pink noise. What's pink noise? I thought it was called white noise. You could get the little machines that will.
I don't know what defines it as pink. I'd have to look it up.
Sounds or something like that. I've heard of that. That doesn't work for me.
U.S. employers announced 108,435 layoffs last month, up 118% from the same period a year ago, and 205% from December of 2025. That's the highest for any January since 2009. Don't know as I believe all that. A lot of it is the trough that Biden's policies caused, in that you let 20 million undocumented people in here all competing for jobs, and it will drive down the pay for those jobs.
Well, yeah.
Because they all want to work too. Yeah. The hell with Americans. By golly, you got a cream of the crop there in, Minneapolis, fighting to keep the crime people here, and the hell with Americans.
Well, it's always been that way, though. I mean, who was the big organizer out in California for the crop pickers out there, and he was vehemently against all these illegals and cheap labor coming in because, just as you say, they
drive down the cost of labor,
right? And so there you have a former, well, he was a Mexican national, but he legally came to America, and that's what he wanted to do, was organize and have green cards and things like that, so you could maintain a stable labor rate. And it's Scott Bessent laid it out perfectly. The cost of housing, the cost of rentals, and things like that has all not only do they absorb all the excess housing, so that you have a greater homeless rate, because unless you're illegal, you can't get in one of those houses. And then the people that own those apartment buildings are subsidized. They make more money having people live in the apartment, quote unquote, free, but they get reimbursed by local, state, and federal governments, et cetera.
Right.
And that's what's driving all this, and that's part of all the big push to get.
Well, the nice thing is, 54% of Americans want to ship every single illegal out of this country.
Certainly, yeah, of course they.
And it's 46%.
I'm one of that 54% or whatever.
Well, the bleeding heart liberals or 46% want to keep them here.
Well, it's like the ding-a-ling singer there, there's nobody illegal on stolen land.
Oh,
and
Bruce Springsteen.
No, it wasn't Springsteen. It was the one
that girl
from the Grammys, Eilish or whatever her name is. And so there you go.
I played some of her music this week.
And they live in multi-million-dollar enclosures and things like that, but they don't have anybody. They don't support anybody. They don't do anything to help any of those people, or homeless, or anybody else.
Yeah. Titus Welliver has shared that his character Bosch will soon be back on Prime as part of season 2 of the spin-off show Ballard. I used to watch Bosch, but it just moves so slow. And if you miss one sentence in one of the episodes, it's one that you really needed. But I got tired of waiting for crap to happen. Amazon has pulled the movie Melania from a Portland, Oregon area theater after it mocked the movie on its marquee. Before it opened, it said out front, "Does Melania wear Prada? Find out on Friday." Now up on its marquee are the words of Amazon called, "Our marquee made them mad. All Melania showings canceled. Show your support at Whole Foods instead. Join Amazon Prime for free 2-day shipping."
Yeah, well, apparently that documentary is done very well.
It's in third place.
Yeah, overall, all time or whatever.
And a lot of theaters don't carry it for the simple reason of who she is. It's tied to Trump.
Well, yeah,
so they
of
won't
course.
put it up there. But
Well, you wouldn't want to show that in downtown Chicago or Minneapolis, of course. But
our local theater didn't show it last week, but they do have it this week.
They are going to show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'd be foolish not to around here, I would think.
Yeah,
But,
just pissing money in the street if they don't.
yeah, it's amazingly stupid. But consider who you're dealing with.
Reba McEntire has been engaged to Rex Lynn since December of 2024, but she says they're enjoying being engaged and just haven't had time to talk about planning a wedding. Today's impossible question: about 26 million employees plan to do this in February. What is it?
26 million employees in February.
And I'll give you a big hint. It's tied to the Super Bowl.
Drink beer. Take Monday off.
Yeah, Monday off. Take Monday
After
off.
drinking beer.
Miss work on Super Bowl Monday. 90% of households have a clock.
I'm going to miss work on Monday. I'll just let you know now.
Are you? 90% of households have a clock radio, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose. I use one, but I use it as a backup to the phone. 89% of American families buy pie every week.
Buy what?
Pie. P-I-E.
Pie? Pie.
Pie.
See, if you'd have said it right, I'd understood.
I need some pie.
Yeah.
Over here.
Pie, okay.
And over your lifetime.
Rhubarb pie, that's what you need.
Yeah, it's all right. Over your lifetime, how many toothbrushes do you go through?
Well, if you're Democrat, one. I don't know. A lot.
Well, take a wild guess. You're not supposed to know this.
A couple thousand.
155.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. You gotta switch those out more often than that. Oh my God.
Get that marijuana stain off your teeth, boy. All right, thank you, Colonel. So it goes for this Friday and this week. Have yourself a great, safe weekend. We'll see you back bright and early on Monday for a Mundane Monday. Until then, support the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways because they're the core of our economic life here in Moore County. When you give them first crack at your spending dollars, and 68% of it stays here in Moore County, rolls over, and creates jobs and benefits for all of us here. So support local. And if you want to find out why talk radio is so effective on getting customers in your door, and that's what we do, it's up to us to get them in your door. It's up to you after that. Well, give us a call here at the station. Let us prove to you why it works so well. All right. The LeaderMan, Nick Colton, Honey the Dogs. We'll all see you this weekend at the dog park.
Then another day I woke up, I had a mustache.
That's the wrong one, you fool. Where is it? There it is.
Well, back. You'd better be laughing.
So, what have we learned? Heck, I don't know. But this is one crazy show. Bye now.
Cut! That's it. Go home, everybody. None of this ever happened. Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I think we're through here.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, man. That's pretty much all I got, man. Okay, class dismissed. Rock on!
Well, let me tell you something. Everything comes to an end.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst,
The
Aberdeen.
news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump's name has been put on some rather high-profile venues. Now the Trump name graces a website aimed at saving Americans big money on prescription drugs. The website, Trump RX.
President Trump unveiled the website which will allow Americans to buy prescription drugs directly from manufacturers at a discounted rate.
This launch represents the largest reduction in prescription drug prices in history by many, many times.
He said pharmaceutical companies have agreed to match the lowest price offered in other countries. Weight loss drugs, insulin, inhalers, and fertility drugs are among the more than 40 medications currently available. Greg Clugston, Washington.
A deadly tragedy in L.A.
3 people are dead, 6 others are hurt after a car in a Los Angeles neighborhood lost control Thursday and slammed into a grocery store. Captain Eric Scott of the Los Angeles City Fire Department says the 92-year-old driver first hit a bicyclist, continuing for another block before driving into the bakery section of a 99 Ranch Market. Authorities say the 92-year-old driver is undergoing a medical evaluation, but that the crash was an unfortunate accident. I'm Donna Water.
Now it's Nancy Guthrie's son Cameron, who's out with a video online appealing to those who kidnapped his 84-year-old mother last weekend. Cameron says, "We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact." 2 deadlines issued in a ransom note. One is already passed. The other is Monday. Death toll from the bombing of a Shiite mosque on Islamabad's outskirts has risen to at least 30, more than 100 people injured. Watching Wall Street, Dow futures up 244 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 162. S&P futures 36 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
NCN News, I'm Mike Riley. The Trump administration has launched Trump RX, a website it says will help patients buy prescription drugs directly at a discounted rate. The president says other nations will likely be paying more.
Dozens of the most commonly used prescription drugs will be available at dramatic discounts for all consumers throughout a new website. It's called TrumpRx.gov.
The search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is now in its 6th day. CBS's Anna Schechter tells us what the family most wants now.
Cameron is putting out this video likely because they haven't had